Cheddar. The announcement lands with a familiar reverberation across the baseball landscape. Cody Bellinger is officially a Yankee, signing a robust 5-year, $162.5 million contract.
The deal comes saddled with the now standard 2 opt-out clauses after the second and third years, granting Bellinger, who is somehow just entering his age 30 season, yet another opportunity to test the market should his performance dictate it.
The expectation is palpable, and the final grade? A solid B+.
To understand this contract, we must first appreciate the singular journey Bellinger has taken over the last half-decade, a journey that epitomizes the modern, fluid relationship between high-risk talent and contractual gamesmanship.
Few players can claim to have dictated terms to the league quite like Bellinger, deftly managed by the industry's master conductor, Scott Boras.
Cheddar. Think back to the nadir. After struggling dramatically through the 2021 and 2022 seasons, Bellinger, the former 2019 NL MVP, was non-tendered by the Los Angeles Dodgers.
It was an act of organizational dismissal that seemed unthinkable just a few years prior. That humiliation became his greatest leverage.
He took a 1-year, $12.5 million deal with the Chicago Cubs, turning that opportunity into a phenomenal 4.8 WAR season in 2023.
True to form, he immediately opted out, declining the mutual option and searching for the long-term security he felt he had earned.
When that long-term offer failed to materialize to Boras's satisfaction, Bellinger settled for a cleverly constructed 3-year, $80 million pact with the Cubs, again featuring opt-outs. After a respectable 2.2 WAR season in 2024, the landscape shifted dramatically. The Cubs made a significant move, trading for Kyle Tucker, and the ensuing roster crunch saw Bellinger dealt to the New York Yankees.
The transaction was crucial. It placed him exactly where his swing profile could maximize results.
Cheddar. Hay bounce back spectacularly trong bronze năm 2025, posting một stellar 5.1 WAR, và với proof của enduring elite talent, he opted out cho third time.
This entire sequence, from non-tender to 2 separate successful opt-outs to an 8-figure trade, is perhaps the most complex and strategically brilliant path to a major contract we have seen in recent memory.
Reports circulated that Boras was seeking the mystical 8-year, $400 million contract, but the final, more grounded agreement closely resembles pre-off-season projections, albeit heavily skewed by player control via those opt-outs. Cheddar. This structure provides critical downside protection. $32.5 million a year is a steep price, but if Bellinger falters, they are protected from the back half of the deal.
If he excels, they get 2 seasons of elite performance and a handsome opportunity for him to walk away and reset the financial dynamic.
The Yankees front office criticized for a quiet offseason that saw them lose key relievers Devin Williams and Luke Weaver and do little besides trade for pitcher Ryan Weathers and accept Trent Grisham's qualifying offer, finally landed their big price, even if that price was already a key component of their 2025 success.
Bellinger's performance is truly fascinating. After his struggles following shoulder surgery suffered during the 2020 postseason, he made a fundamental shift in his hitting philosophy upon joining the Cubs. Cheddar. Her moved away from chasing pure power, focusing instead on consistent contact, particularly with 2 strikes.
Cheddar. The numbers are staggering. His strikeout rate, which hovered near 27% during the difficult 2021 and 2022 campaigns, has been slashed to just under 15% since 2023. This adjustment has netted him a very solid 123 WRC plus over the 3-year span.
Sheda, this success comes packaged in a paradoxical statistical profile.
Sheda. In 2025, Bellinger ranking just the 26th percentile in hard hit rate and the 20th percentile in bat speed, a far cry from his 86th percentile mark during his MVP season. Essentially, he is succeeding with soft contact.
But the ability to still punish mistake pitches remains critical. He managed to hit 29 home runs, demonstrating that the sheer physical ability to turn on a pitch is still present when pitchers get sloppy.
Skada. This brings us to the most crucial element of his fit, the geometry of Yankee Stadium. Bellinger possesses a pronounced dead pull swing. He pulled every single one of his 29 home runs in 2025.
Seda, that swing profile is tailor-made for the short porch in right field. His splits in 2025 tell the whole story. He hit a phenomenal .302 with 18 home runs while playing in the Bronx.
Away from the friendly confines, his line dropped to a pedestrian 241, 301, 414. The Yankees aren't just signing a good player, they are signing a perfect algorithm for their home ballpark.
Furthermore, Bellinger's defensive flexibility remains invaluable.
He is a quality defender who can competently fill in for Trent Grisham in center field, Aaron Judge in right, or provide adequate relief at first base, though his primary position will be left field.
This positional assurance is vital for a team reliant on the health of aging sluggers.
Sheda. Return does create a roster ripple effect, most notably pushing once prized prospect Jason Dominguez back into a fourth outfielder role. Dominguez's first full season saw him hit .257, .331, .441.
388 và his defensive struggles are an acknowledged issue.
While you never want to give up on a hitter with that potential at age 23, his immediate playing time will now be heavily dependent on Giancarlo Stanton's health and whether Grisham can maintain his own impressive power numbers from 2025.
The depth now created, bolstered by utility players like Jose Caballero and Ahmed Rosario, provides immense security.
The Yankees led the majors in runs scored and home runs last year. While the offense centers around the gravitational pull of Aaron Judge, it was hardly a one-man show, with Bellinger proving to be a critical contributor down the stretch.
With this signing, the Yankees not only retain a dynamic presence but solidify their depth and versatility across the diamond.
Shedar. They already possessed one of the best groups of position players in the American League, and with Cody Bellinger back in pinstripes, that group might now unequivocally be the best in baseball.
The short-term security and long-term option value built into this contract make the signing a win for the Yankees, even if the price is high, hence the B+ grade.
The anticipation for the 2026 season in the Bronx is justifiably immense.